here's your host of Living the Country Life, Betsy Free.
Living in the country, you're treated to some beautiful views. And what better way to enjoy them than outdoor entertaining? Today we have joining us Joyce Hoppus with the Iowa Pork Producers.
you,
Joyce,
Betsy.
welcome to the show. And Nancy Degnan with
Hi,
the
Betsy.
Iowa Beef Producers. Now, Nancy, I know you have some work you need to do with your burgers, so I'm going to let you go do that. And we're going to start with Joyce and the pork.
Be right back.
Joyce, tell me what we're looking at. It looks like kebabs.
That's right. We're going to do some kebabs, and we're actually going to be preparing them with a pork tenderloin.
Great. Can I make one?
Absolutely. And with this, I actually have cut it up ahead of time, and with some of the tenderloin, we actually marinated it with different marinades. That's marinated in like an Italian dressing with additional Italian seasonings. This one here has honey mustard glaze and marinade, and
Can
this
I
is
mix
just
them
plain.
on the same kebab?
Absolutely, and that's kind of the fun thing. You know, kebabs are a great way to entertain because people actually make their own, and they can do combine whatever ingredients they want on their kebab.
So if you don't like mushrooms, you don't have to.
You don't have to put
but
those
I like
on.
mushrooms.
I do too. I do too. And peppers are always wonderful,
Little
and those are some
potatoes.
boiled potatoes and tomatoes, and people make and combine whatever they like.
Is this plain?
That is just plain pork tenderloin.
I heard a rumor that pork tenderloin is now as lean as chicken breast.
That's right.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's not a rumor. It is the truth. We had a study that just came out just a few months ago that showed that today's pork is considerably leaner than it was just a few years ago. And
So this is pretty healthy.
Oh,
then.
absolutely. You've got lean meat and you've got lots of vegetables, and it's very colorful.
Wow.
And are you ready for
Yeah,
it
I'm ready.
on the grill? And one of the things too is people, you let them go ahead and watch their own kebabs and turn them.
Okay.
And it's fun to have some seasonings or some glazes.
What do we have here on the glaze?
A couple of different glazes. This is kind of a teriyaki glaze, and this one is a honey mustard with peach preserves. And
Okay.
also you can have some seasonings, different types of seasonings if they just want to.
So maybe I'll put
add
some of
that.
this on here.
Absolutely. That sounds great.
And how long will it take to cook this?
Well, it doesn't take very long for a kebab. It's probably going to take probably 10 minutes at the most. And that's one of the things, too, with pork is we recommend cooking pork to medium doneness, which is 160 degrees today. So we want to make sure, because pork's so lean today,
It is.
that if you overcook it, you're going to dry it out.
It'll get dry.
Absolutely.
Are there other cuts that you would grill?
Absolutely. You could, instead of using pork tenderloin today, we could also have used pork roast, a loin roast, and chop that up, or even pork chops. But again, other cuts that you could put on the grill would be pork chops, ribs, ground pork patties.
I'm hungry.
I know.
Can we
Same
eat
here.
some?
Sounds great. Let's see. Let's go ahead. We have some up here that we've been cooking for just a little while.
And while
Check
we're
them out.
eating, I think Nancy's about ready to get started with her burgers.
That sounds great.
So Nancy, you have a fun burger with a special ingredient.
We do. We have a secret ingredient, and the recipe is called popper burgers. So
Okay.
can you guess the secret?
A popper.
A popper. And a popper is a jalapeno pepper stuffed with cream cheese or cheddar cheese. There are several varieties, and it's breaded. It's found in the frozen food section.
Okay.
So what I did was take a pound of extra lean ground beef. I
Right.
used 90% lean, and to make it nice and juicy and flavorful, I actually added 1/4 cup of salsa to about a pound of ground beef. Mixed it up lightly,
Okay.
and I'm going to form it into a nice patty, and then we're going to put the popper in the center and just wrap the meat around it, the ground beef. And it's important to get a nice seal so you get it well covered. And then you let the popper thaw a little bit before you put it in, and then just
Squish it
Squish it
down. And
and
if you don't
flatten it.
tell people, that would be kind of a shock when they bit in.
Well,
wouldn't
that's
it?
a nice little surprise. And you can use different kinds of salsas. You can use as
Oh, yeah,
hot.
real spicy.
You
or,
can use spicy. You can use the chipotle. You can use all kinds of wonderful flavors. So we'll put that one on the grill, and then if you'll get our bun,
All right.
we're going to take one of the ones off.
So this one's done.
This one's done, and we always want to make sure that we cook ground beef to, we say 160 degrees, but we also always want to make sure that there's no pink in the center, just for safety's sake.
All right.
And we're going to
Should we
cut
cut
it.
it to
I
see
think
the-
we need to see the popper.
Let's see.
And usually It's nice and done, and you see the nice hot creamy cheese that comes out. Nice flavor.
Great. All right, now what do I put on top?
Well, we're going to finish it off with a little bit of, this is actually called salsa con queso. It's kind of a cheese sauce with salsa.
All right.
And you can, again, go hot. You can really spice this up. Or you can make it very mild. Top it with a few black olives that are chopped, or these are actually slices. And we're going to top it with a few chopped tomatoes. Or to make life simple, just a little bit of salsa. And I chose to serve it with some salsa, and we got some whole grain tortilla chips. Right. We can add some fiber, we can add some vegetables to our dinner and enjoy that wonderful
that sounds
hamburger.
Great. Anything else you want to share about beef?
Well, I'd like to share that ground beef is not only one of America's favorites, but when you get extra lean ground beef, it counts as one of our 29 lean cuts of beef that today's consumers can enjoy without guilt and get all the many nutrients that we find in beef today.
Thank you, Nancy, for being on the show.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
You can see these recipes and more on our website at livingthecountrylife.com.